Welcome to today's explainer. If you're looking to genuinely grow, both personally and professionally, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're unpacking the core framework from Michael Hyatt's Your Best Year Ever. We're going to distill decades of goal attainment research into actionable, no-nonsense steps to help you turn those lingering dreams into tangible results. Okay, let's just jump right in. You know the feeling, right? A fresh start rolls around, a burst of motivation hits, and we decide, okay, this is it. Time to make a change. We want to lose weight, spend less, exercise more, or maybe learn something completely new. And these goals really matter. They reflect our deepest desires to level up our health, our wealth, our relationships, and our own personal development. I mean, you've probably set one of these yourself pretty recently.
But here is the agonizing reality. Less than 10% of people are ultimately successful with their resolutions. Less than 10%. In fact, fitness centers literally bank on our failure. They confidently sell these year-long contracts, fully knowing the vast majority of people are going to stop showing up after just a couple of weeks. The old system of just setting a vague resolution and crossing your fingers, it's fundamentally broken. Our dreams are way too important to entrust to a faulty system.
So here's our roadmap for today's explainer to fix that. First, a far better plan. Second, beliefs and the past. Third, designing your future. And finally, making it happen.
Part 1. A far better plan.
Before we really get into the weeds, you might be wondering why this specific framework carries so much weight. Well, this isn't just some fluffy motivation. It is grounded in serious behavioral science. Industry titans like Tony Robbins praise his method as a simple program backed by the best modern research. Experts like Seth Godin and John C. Maxwell, they've endorsed this exact system too, simply because it works. It's been tested on tens of thousands of students and built on literal decades of real-world coaching. So what makes this plan actually better? Traditional goal setting often forces us to zero in on just one or two things, usually our careers. But real life is multifaceted. This system is built on the understanding that our lives are made up of interrelated domains. We're talking about your health, your wealth, your relationships, your spiritual life, and your personal development. Think about it. If you totally crush your career goals but completely burn out your health in the process, the system failed. We need a method geared to work holistically across all these domains so we don't leave our biggest hopes unfulfilled. Here is the whole shebang at a glance, a 5-step plan. Step 1, believe the possibility. Step 2, complete the past. Step 3, design your future. Step 4, find your why. And step 5, make it happen. This is your map from merely dreaming to actual tangible achievement. Part 2, beliefs and the past. Step 1 is all about believing in the genuine possibility of your success. There's this great saying that history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Basically, our habits of thinking tend to produce consistent results no matter what's going on around us. If you deep down don't believe you can reach your goals, well, you're guaranteed to miss them. To succeed, we absolutely must identify our limiting beliefs. You know, those little thoughts telling us we aren't smart enough or disciplined enough, and actively upgrade them. Instead of thinking, I'm just bad with money, you upgrade that to, I am learning how to budget effectively. Your beliefs literally shape your reality.
Which brings us to step 2. Complete the past. One massive reason our new goals fail is that we drag the absolute worst of our past directly into the best of our future. We actually have to think backward before we can move forward. By getting some real closure on our previous setbacks, analyzing what worked and what totally bombed, we can confidently step into the new year. And here is the crucial point. We must harness our regrets. A frustration from last year, like failing to save money, is actually a glaring neon sign pointing directly to your greatest opportunity for this year. Wrap that insight in a layer of gratitude, and you cultivate the exact abundance mindset you need to win.
Part 3, designing your future. Listen, great results, they don't just happen. You don't naturally drift to a destination you would have actively chosen for yourself. You have to be incredibly intentional. You must force yourself to get crystal clear on exactly what you want and why it's so important. Step 3 is where you finally stop hoping and start designing. And how do we design those goals? Well, you can go ahead and forget the old SMART goals. We are upgrading to the SMARTer framework. That's specific, measurable, actionable, risky, time-keyed, exciting, and relevant. What I really want to highlight for you here is the R, risky. Setting risky goals is absolutely essential because it forces you outside of your comfort zone. We often think comfort leads to happiness, but honestly, happiness actually comes from growth. If you want to achieve significant things, you need to set goals that really stretch you.
Another really brilliant piece of this design phase is understanding the mix of goals you're setting.
We need a balance of achievement goals and habit goals. Achievement goals are those big, one-time accomplishments, like writing a book, paying off a specific chunk of debt, or running a marathon. Habit goals, on the other hand, represent your new, regular, ongoing activities, like reading for 30 minutes every night or exercising 4 times a week. Knowing the crucial difference between these two helps you build a well-rounded strategy that keeps your momentum going. Before we move to the execution phase, I want you to remember this. One intentional choice at a time, you make the world around you better. A goal is not just about aggressively crossing something off a to-do list. It's fundamentally about who you become in the process of achieving it. Goals force us to grow and mature. It's all about the journey of becoming your absolute best self, one intentional choice at a time.
Part 4. Making it happen.
Step 4 requires us to find our why. Your what, the goal itself, absolutely needs a why driving it. When you're in the messy middle of a project and you just feel like throwing in the towel, your intrinsic motivation is what will keep you going. You have to master your own motivation by connecting deeply with the reasons behind your goals. But hey, you don't have to rely on internal drive alone. The source material highlights that the journey is vastly more successful when you travel with friends. A solid community of like-minded individuals provides that essential encouragement and external accountability you need to stay on track. And finally, step 5. Make it happen. Most goals fail because we just lack proven implementation tactics. It's not enough to just plan. We need to actively trigger success. This involves setting up activation triggers, which are simple cues in your environment, like leaving your running shoes right by the front door, that prompt you to take action automatically, flattening that learning curve. Plus, you absolutely must maintain visibility. Keep your written goals in front of you regularly so they don't just get lost in the noise of daily life. Regular goal review is your ultimate defense against the hurdles that are inevitably gonna pop up. So here is the million-dollar question. Are you going to make this your breakthrough year? You do not have to spend one more year disappointed in your progress. By upgrading your beliefs, completing your past, designing those smarter goals, and locking in your execution tactics, you literally have the roadmap to success right in front of you. The choice to step onto it is entirely yours. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and here is to designing your absolute best year ever.